Hi there, this is Jen for Trading Mastermind, and today we will be analyzing a common chart indicator used by traders, which is the Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are important in every charting system. Mainly, the indicator is used to measure a market's volatility. With the Bollinger Bands, the highness or lowness of the price relative to price action can be measured. If applied properly, these bands are some of the most useful. However, they are also among the least understood. So let me give you a little background on Bollinger Bands. And this indicator was created by stock scholar and president of Bollinger Capital Management. His name is John Bollinger. That was during the 1980s. In his book, Bollinger on Bollinger Bands, John talks about the entire concept behind the indicator. So how do these bands look like? Bollinger Bands consist of a center line and two price channels above or below it. The middle band is a simple moving average that serves as the base for the upper band and the lower band. The interval between the upper and lower bands and the middle band is determined by volatility. The default parameters, which may be adjusted to suit your purposes, is 20 periods and 2 standard deviations. So if you want to know how Bollinger Bands are calculated, you may want to visit John Bollinger's website. We think it's more important that we show you some ways you can apply the Bollinger Bands into your trading, and that will be discussed by Scott Schubert, founder of Trading Mastermind.
In an uptrend, the upper Bollinger Band will be pierced multiple times. So the trend is moving up, and here the Bollinger Band was pierced. 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 All this time the trend is up. Candles are never making it anywhere near the lower Bollinger Band that entire time. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people misunderstand. And also, people misunderstand the fact that the use of Bollinger Bands must be taken in the context of other conditions, other sources of information. So let's make sure that you are clear about this and understand it. When one band has been pierced, there is a tendency for price to move to the other band. I'm almost hesitant to even say this because people misunderstand this. There are conditions to that. Because, let's look here. The trend is up. The Bollinger Band was pierced here. 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 The Bollinger Band was pierced here. Never did it come anywhere near the lower Bollinger Band during this entire time. So, we have a contradiction here, don't we? Therefore, this is not some kind of rule. This is a tendency that must be taken in the context of other conditions. Now, what are the other conditions? Well, after that section or wave of the trend is finished, okay, I guess that's the best way you could describe this. There is a tendency for the price to move to the other band after that section or wave of the trend is finished. So let's just keep that in mind as we go forward and start looking at Bollinger Bands. So here's an example. When one band is penetrated, price tends to move toward the other band. Here the band was pierced, here the other band was pierced. and it moved up and pierced this band, and it moved down and pierced this band. It didn't make it up to pierce the other band, came down and pierced this band again, and then it went up and pierced the top band. What's the nature of this market right here? Choppy market, not a trend. So just like everything that we are learning in this entire training program, remember that at the very beginning in the Forex Secrets, we talked about the fact that most trading methods work well in a trending market. Most trading methods fail in a choppy market. And that one of the keys to trading successfully is knowing when you're in a trending market, knowing when you're in a counter-trending market, and or knowing when you're in a choppy or sideways market, and only trading during a trending market. And that this is one of the great Forex secrets, which should be totally obvious to everyone, and yet it seems to elude almost everyone.
So there you have it, the basic things you need to know about Bollinger Bands. And to know more about Forex trading, visit www.forextradingseminar.com.